Hey, what's up everybody? Landon with LMR.com. It's Dyno Day. We got a good one for you. April Fools, we released the HAWT BOXXX video, and a lot of you were like, you got to dyno the thing. Well, backtracking a little bit, whenever we did put the HAWT BOXXX on this 86 Capri, we were initially gonna dyno it and actually show the results just as a joke, but I'm kind of glad we didn't. So what we're gonna do, we got the dingle hopper wingus still hooked up. We're gonna make a run with that on the throttle body with the HAWT BOXXX. Then we're gonna punt that thing and see if we can get any extra power with just an open throttle body. The 86 Capri, it's a stock 302, stock drivetrain, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, it is an AOD car, but hey, that's okay. So we're gonna have to do the AOD shuffle. You'll see Hubbard help me with that. He's gonna be manipulating the throttle valve kick down cable. So we'll go first, second, back to first, up to drive, and that's gonna allow us to hold third gear. Third gear is 1-to-1, by the way. Factory drive shaft has a 327 rear gear with the factory 15-inch 10-hole. It's a 235/60/15 tire. As far as fuel is concerned, we're not micromanaging that on this one. To our knowledge, we think it may be old 87, but hey, that's just gonna add to all the fun stuff we've been up to. And then we have verified timing at 12 degrees. Again, like I said, all jokes aside, we're actually gonna see what this thing does. By no means are we chasing 100% scientific data. You know, we're just as curious as you are. So make a quick trip around the car, make sure we're good to go, and then we'll make a hit with the HAWT BOXXX, come back, Hubbard's gonna swap our intake manifold, we'll make another run, and then we'll compare some results. All right, everybody, let's take a look at some results. Before we do, these cars were rated at 200 horsepower, 285 pound-feet of torque. We're gonna look at the HAWT BOXXX results first. That way we can build some suspense here, and then we'll take a look at the results from the factory intake. So run number one with the HAWT BOXXX and the dingle hopper wingus is what I'm calling it. The car made 157.3 horsepower at 4,500 RPM, 233 pound-feet of torque at 2,700 RPM, okay? We got a little curious with what we were doing, so we took the inlet tube off, and the car actually picked up a little bit of power, so there was, I guess you could say, a little bit of restriction there. Made 163.6 horsepower at 4,500 RPM and 234.1 pound-feet of torque at 2,600 RPM, okay? After that, Hubbard put the factory intake back on it, we reran it. And the factory intake without the intake tube, that's what we started with first. This is more like it. Made 170.4 horsepower at 4,100 RPM and 255.9 pound-feet of torque at 2,800 RPM. So poor old HAWT BOXXX, yeah, it worked. It did what it needed to do, but as you can see here with our chassis dyno, did not help us in the horsepower or the torque department. And then the last pull, just because we can, we put the inlet tube back on it. It actually made more power than without it. 171.1 horsepower at 4,100 RPM, 254.8 pound-feet of torque at 2,900 RPM. Also on that last pull, the overflow hose wasn't hooked up, and we puked a whole bunch of coolant out. So hopefully we didn't mess the car up. I don't think we did. Speaking of, the air-fuel ratios on all the runs were actually right on the money, even with the HAWT BOXXX, which was kind of neat to see. So we did it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. There you go, the HAWT BOXXX. It's neat, it's cool, it was a good laugh, but it does not work. So if y'all like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, make sure those notifications are turned on. That way you don't miss any of our future uploads. Until we see you in the next one, y'all know what to do for all things, I guess Mustang, even though this is a Capri. Keep right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.